Hello, Gear Up Mentors. This is Francis Canales, your Gear Up Mentor, and today's lesson is going to be on financial aid, fact or fiction. So, mentors will learn about the financial aid options and when and how they should apply for college financial aid. So, before we start, please complete the pre-test assessment to check for understanding. You can find that in your Google Classroom. It should be attached to this video. So, please make sure you take the pre-test. You could either pause the video and go ahead and take that, or come back to this video after you've taken the pre-test. Defining financial aid. The term financial aid refers to funding that is available to students attending college. So please note there are four types of financial aid, and in this presentation, we will be going over the four different types of financial aid. So here we go. Four types of financial aid. So you have grants, scholarships, work study, and federal loans. So we'll start off with grants. Grants is a need-based money without repayment. Pretty much what this means is that you are granted money and you will not need to pay it back. Again, you don't need to give it back. Think of it as a gift that you get from the state, and then you don't have to pay back. And this includes the Cal Grant A, B, or C, Pell Grant, and EOP grants. Scholarships are similar in the sense of you do not have to pay them back. Again, it's based more on performance and it's a gift. You do not have to pay back later. A few examples listed there, and you see Alliance Scholarships. Alliance Scholarships is constantly publishing a list of different scholarships. So please check that out and take advantage and apply to scholarships and apply as soon as you can. And next we have work study. So work study, it needs to be, so you need to get a job on campus and pretty much you're earning your tuition. So similar to going to work and getting a paycheck, you're kind of going to work and getting paid through financial aid. So you do need to find a job on campus and in order to receive this work study. And then we have federal loans. So unlike scholarships and grants, loans you do have to pay back. So fixed low interest rate money that has to be repaid. You have subsidized loans, which you have to pay interest 6 months after graduating, and then unsubsidized loans where you pay interest while still in school. So take a moment to think about that. I would always recommend taking subsidized loans over unsubsidized loans, just because you won't have to stress about it while you're in school. So while you're in school, you can focus on your studies and give it your 100% and not have that stress about worrying about your how you're going to pay for school. Because trust me, you're going to be taking classes, you're going to be working, you're going to be doing all these other things. You are not going to want to have that extra stress of thinking about how am I going to pay for school. Subsidized loans is the best way to go. But again, if that's not an option for you, then there's other good unsubsidized loans as well. So, question. Do I qualify for financial aid? So this is the big question. Do I qualify for financial aid? And well, the answer is it depends. Yes, even though that's not a straight yes or no answer, and a few of you guys might not like that, but that's kind of what it is with financial aid. It's very gray. And again, it depends. It's very case to case. It's very individual to the student. So FAFSA versus DREAM Act, here in this slide, we're going to go over the similarities and the differences between the FAFSA and the California DREAM Act. So some of the similarities that you see here is that in order to qualify for both, you have to have received a high school diploma or GED certificate, and you have to be registering or enrolled in accredited or qualifying California college or university. And then lastly, register for selective services. The differences are for FAFSA, you have to be a citizen or legal permanent resident or eligible non-citizen or have a visa. And you also have to have a valid social security number. So for the California DREAM Act, it's a little different. You have to be AB 540 or SB 6A eligible student, undocumented student, or documented student. You also if you're a visa holder or if you have a protected status. So the California Dream Act is only available in the state of California. So please keep that in mind. You will not get the California Dream Act if you're applying to schools out of California. You will only qualify for this California Dream Act if you're applying to schools still in California. So make sure you keep that in mind if you are a documented student or undocumented student. So understanding the cost. So here's a little breakdown of the institution, cost of attendance, tuition plus fees. So you see how it varies here. Community college, it's $2,000 to $3,000, so approximately $46 per unit, but again, it varies depending on community college. Then you can see California State Universities. Here, the cost of attendance is $24,000 to $29,000 and tuition and fees ranges from 5,742 to 9,943. Now, UCs, it costs $36,100, tuition and fees $14,000. Private schools, $42,000 through $79,000, and cost and tuition $30,000 to $65,000. So you guys can see here how these costs range. It's really important to pay attention to these costs now so you know how to better prepare yourself when you're getting ready to go to college. So here's some notes I added here. So tuition plus room and board plus fees plus expenses and everything else, that is the cost of attendance. So the cost of attendance is all those things put together. Tuition and fees is only classes and fees associated to those classes. So how to pay for college costs. All these numbers getting thrown at you, it seems like a lot, but please be reminded that money should not be the reason why you do not pursue a higher education. It should never be about the money stopping you because there is so much help out there to help you pay for college. So let's go into more on understanding financial aid. So it's the cost of attendance, COA, and then gifted aid, which is the grants and scholarships, and which this then equals net cost or the student contribution. So cost of attendance minus gift aid as you're left over with the net cost. Net cost is the amount of money that the student will have to pay out of pocket. So student or family will have to pay out of pocket. Now, understanding the Cal grants. So there are 3 Cal grants, A, B, and C, and then the federal Pell Grant, excuse me. By applying to the FAFSA or the California Dream Act, you will receive free money, Cal Grant or the Pell Grant. These amounts awarded are based on your financial aid and family income. Unfortunately, documented students will not qualify for Pell Grant. Here you guys see the GPA eligibility. This is where grades matter. So for the Cal Grant, it's a combination of both your family income and your grades. And I will go into more detail here on this side. So financial need and income ceiling. So for the California Student Aid Commission, they look at 2 things. They look at your GPA, like I mentioned, and then your family income. And there is an income ceiling, which means the most your family can make to get the Cal Grant A or B. So here in this red box, you see if your family has 2 members, it's 95 to 44, 3, and so on and so forth. These are the income ceilings. So if you are between these ranges, you will qualify for a Cal Grant. If you are above these numbers, then you will not qualify for the Cal Grant. Now, you might be asking yourself, what does it mean if you have a 3.1 GPA and family size is a 4? Your parents maybe make 50,000, which is less than 106 right here. You do qualify for Cal Grant, and you would qualify for the Cal Grant A because of your GPA. You see here, since your GPA is above a 3.0, you would get the Cal Grant A. Now we'll go another scenario. So if you have a 2.98 GPA, your family size of 6, and parents make 30,000, which is less than the 56,000, you qualify for Cal Grant B. And again, that's where the GPA made the difference. They had the 2.98. If you are a student with a GPA of 2.99, family of 4, making 60,000, which is more than the Cal Grant B income ceiling, and you do not have a GPA of 3.0 to qualify for Cal Grant A, so you're pretty much in this area right here. Unfortunately, you do not qualify for Cal Grant A or B because your family income is in the middle. This is a great example of where grades equals money. You should still apply for FAFSA or the California Dream Act to receive some institutional scholarships and grants, but please be in mind that grades do make a difference here. All right, thank you so much, Gear Up Mentors. This concludes my presentation. Please make sure you guys did complete the pretest. That will be your grade for this presentation. And we will continue with part 2 of this presentation next week. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and I will be happy to answer any of those questions. Thank you so much, guys.